Kenny Lofton Jr., let me tell you something. Memphis Grizzlies, you got one. Memphis Grizzlies have done such a great job when it comes to drafting players, not just drafting at the top of the draft like Ja Morant. Obviously, he was going to be, well, it wasn't a guarantee that he was going to be a great player, but if you pick somebody in the lottery, most of the time they end up becoming, solid NBA player. Desmond Bane, Kenny Lofton Jr., those are guys picked later in the draft. Was Kenny Lofton even drafted or let me see. Don't tell me he was undrafted. All right, so yeah, 6'7", 275 pounds. So Chet is almost 100 pounds less than Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton bullied Chet. That was cool to see. It was like I was kind of embarrassed for Chet. It was kind of frustrating to watch because I like Chet, but Kenny Lofton made me a fan. The Memphis Grizzlies did it again. Their scouting department, A1. Louisiana Tech basketball forward Kenny Lofton Jr. will sign a two-way deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. His agent Mike George told ESPN after he wasn't selected Thursday in the NBA draft, so he wasn't even selected? Wait, Lofton, 6'7", 275 pounds, was the number 66 overall prospect in ESPN's draft rankings. Okay, so he was number 66 prospect, but wasn't selected, but still ended up getting a deal because he balled out of control. Louisiana Tech's Kenny Lofton Jr. has agreed to a two-way contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. His agent, Mike George of One Legacy Sports, tells ESPN. So he signed a two-way contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, Ja Morant was front row in attendance watching that performance. Kenny Lofton Jr., he was balling out of control, bro. And he just looks so big. I mean, 275, 6'7". I like the way he plays. I think he has potential to actually get minutes in NBA. But running up and down the court day after day after day after day, you know what I mean? You need to get into shape. I mean, I haven't really watched his college play, so I don't know how in shape he is. He looks like a big boy. And I like him at that weight. I like Kenny Lofton at that weight. What he did to Chet, he could do to other players in the NBA right now. Memphis Grizzlies did it again. Kenny Lofton Jr., like I said. I'm a fan. Let me look up his stats. It's hard to look up Summer League stats. I don't know where to go. Google takes me all over the place to all these articles. I just want to look up the stats, bro. Okay, so the game against Chet. Kenny Lofton Jr., 19 points, 8 for 17, 3 for 6 from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 5 fouls. A lot of turnovers, 50% from 3 is nice. 8 for 17 field goal. I mean, he was just locked in. I don't know who else is on that Memphis team, but he did his thing. That's the game I saw because I was watching the game for Chet. I wasn't watching it for Kenny Lofton. But at the end of the day, I ended up becoming a Kenny Lofton fan. See how that works? Memphis Grizzlies fans, let me know what you guys think about Kenny Lofton Jr. Are you excited? Do you think he's overrated? Do you want him on the roster? Do you want to see what he can do during the season? Or do you think he'll end up getting cut eventually? I think, well, like I said, Summer League overreactions. I know he did great, but he did great against the number 2 pick. So I'm pretty sure he could do great against other players in the NBA. But we're only one way to find out, and that's just by letting the season unfold. Very exciting season. Grizzlies did it again. I'm a fan of Kenny Lofton Jr. That's all I got to say. I'm out of here. Bye.